Right. Good evening, everybody. Moana Pacifica is taking on the Highlanders from North Harbour Stadium. We're not too far from North Harbour Stadium. We're in Auckland, albeit a different direction. Me, Gaz is here. How's it going, Gazza?
G'day, team.
And Mum's here as well. How's it going, Mum?
Good.
Moana Pacifica. Are they the favourites, Gazza, or you think they're big-time underdogs?
They're not big-time underdogs, slight underdogs.
You can see them
I
winning
don't
it?
think there's going to be too much in it.
Okay. Close game. Maybe. Who are you picking, Mum?
Yeah. Don't know.
Dunno.
The Highlanders should win, but
They
I don't.
should. I would have thought the
I
Highlanders.
thought
Highlanders are the
would win, but I
favourites.
don't think it's going to be by a great deal.
Porrick says hello from Ireland. O'Brien here. How are you doing, lads? We're doing good. Although Aileron has come back and said I'm not that well because you guys have just stolen my Chiefs coach. Yes, he is heading off to Munster.
Yes.
He's here for another 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, he's going to finish the season out. Laurie, are you showing all the games? We're just doing the first one. Just the Moana against Highlanders game. We're not going to do the Drew or Waratahs game because these guys need to go home.
We do.
And I will undoubtedly have some tasks to do around the house after this game. I'll put the game on as I do them though.
You watching the next one?
Oh, I'll watch it for sure. Aileron reckons this might be the game of the round.
Oh, well.
What about the Blues Hurricanes tomorrow?
Golly.
Oh, I don't know. I just showed Mark a photo of Vern Cotter, the Blues coach, and he was, he was like this.
Not happy.
I think a lot of people have found out that they found out the way that the Blues have been playing, and obviously done a study over the summer, and they found out how they play. So the Blues are going to have to readjust, and they're going to have to do it quick because if they lose tomorrow, they could be in for a bit of a bad season.
Well, we're away from home, so
Yeah. I reckon it's going to be it'll be a close game.
yeah. Jules says, afternoon, hoping for another great weekend of Super Rugby. I think the Blues will be back big time. Well, Jules is a Force fan,
Oh, okay.
so she's on cloud 9 at the moment because they've gone 2 from 2 in their opening 2.
Yes.
If you mean by big time, are they going to get a big score? They might get a big score,
As long
the
as
same
they
like
win.
the Hurricanes. So
They got to win.
it'll be close.
Yeah.
Take it from Gazzelmania, it'll be close.
Game hasn't actually started yet. We've got a kind of cultural performance going on. I don't know if you call it a haka, if it's from Moana
I think
Pacifica.
both of them are doing. Both of them have sort of celebrated some sort of haka.
Yeah. Well, let's move this down a little bit. Too far, Mark. Too far. Up a little bit. Up a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, Clayton McMillan's a big loss for New Zealand rugby. He is a huge loss. He is one of the best coaches in this country by a country mile.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he's going to do well at Munster. He'll do real well.
Yeah. Aileron reckons you're right, Gazza. The Blues had better cattle last year and were playing the pick and go. Blues did get a bit criticised for playing kind of negative rugby a bit last year, but I thought we were alright. I didn't have any problems with it.
Me either. He's your favourite ref.
Oh, he's one of them.
He sent you a message.
He did send you a message.
I don't remember how much I paid for that. Like $20, $30, $50. I can't remember. I remember getting him to send you a message was a lot cheaper than any of the players.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think John Kerwin was the most expensive.
John Cuba's not Sky now, is he? We don't have
No.
to put up with him.
He might be a bit more expensive now.
He might be. He's got a bigger
Is he?
profile. Ben O'Keefe.
Oh, they reckon Highlanders got 78%.
No, I think that's a bit high, to be honest.
Yeah.
Moana John says, if Clayton is leaving, then the Chiefs better win this year. Well, if they want to send him out on a
I
high.
think they might win this year.
Certainly playing well.
They've lost 3 finals and a
That's
semi-final
it.
in the last 4 years.
We've just had kickoff. We are 10 seconds in right now. Moana have kicked off. Highlanders have got the ball. Box kick from their own 22. We'll see what Moana do. Decent crowd there. I think better than
there is a good crowd.
better than the crowd we saw at Mount Smart for Moana Pacifica. Although it's hard to say because they're all on that one side of the field. There might be...
There's a few there's a few down at both ends,
Yeah.
but mainly in the stand.
Tickets for Moana Pacifica this season are very cheap. I looked online and you can get them for $10 New Zealand, albeit
It's pretty good.
when you buy you have to pay like a processing fee of a couple of bucks and handling fee of a couple of bucks. So it ends up being like 14 or 15, but that's still... that's out on the full. But yeah, that's a pretty cheap day out. I mean, I don't know if you buy beers and stuff, it adds up, but still, in terms of the entry point, it's cheaper than a movie.
Definitely. Pretty cheap.
No commentary on Stan. We have commentary here, although I've got the volume very low, so I can't hear much of it. With Clayton leaving, there's a spot available for a Gatland return. Can you see Gatland going to the
There
Chiefs?
will be no way in this whole wide world that Gatland will be taking the Chiefs.
Oh, look out. Look out.
Oh,
he's
try
a try.
time!
Hasty.
1 minute and 40
Wow.
seconds. That is a quick old start
That is.
for the Highlanders. Simple ball. Moana kick it out on the forward. Line out for the Highlanders.
There will
Wide. How many passes? One,
There
two,
will be no way that Gatland
three,
will be coaching in New Zealand. Take
four.
my word for it.
4 passes out wide. Jinking run left, right, and then the support line from the halfback. What's his name? What's
Nathan Hasty.
Hasty? There you go.
He scored it. It's not a bad little halfback, actually.
What a start.
I got that.
Man, he's got
7-0. I never picked that.
That is quite the start from the Landers.
It is.
I think I picked the Landers to win this one, but I don't think I picked it by too much. Nathan Hasty.
Hasty, he's been in that squad for a while now.
I wonder how many jokes he gets about being hasty.
Well, Ticking ahead of Whakatawa, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
He's on the bench.
To the thought of Gatland returning, Alaran says...
Nah, Gatland's not returning.
Alaran says, no! Gatland was terrible for us.
Not a big fan then.
Jill says, tough for Gatland, I would say, after the bounce performance last week from Wales. Yeah, it didn't make Gatland look any better.
No.
The fact that Wales suddenly seems to take a big step up with him
They
gone.
took a huge step up.
Yeah, it's not a great endorsement of Gatland, sadly.
Who's going to take over? Well, it's a bit early to say, but it won't be Gatland.
What's your opinion that Sky might lose the rights to rugby to DAZN next year, Kiwi
Yeah,
Rob?
I don't know what we're going to do.
I don't think it'll happen. I still think Sky will get the deal, but I think New Zealand rugby want a bit more quiche. I think that's the deal. Hey, Milo D. Cake, otherwise known as Junaid. How's it going, man? Like the stream. Long time no see, buddy.
The All Blacks are with Sky until 2029 anyway.
Right.
Oh,
look out, look out.
No. Get it out, get it out. That's hasty, you put that down. Gee, man.
Moana's under a lot of
Get back,
pressure.
Mona,
early.
get back.
And everyone watching this game is sitting into the sun, so they're all watching with their hands above their faces if the people that are in the stands. Yeah, Moana Pacifica only find a touch kick around about their 22-metre line, so they're back under a heap of pressure. Family is looking good. Well, this guy's looking all right.
He is.
Yeah, just finished the latest lot of chemo.
You're looking all right for a guy who just finished chemo.
Yeah.
He is.
If anything, he needs a haircut.
He's doing
He's
okay.
got a long haired lout. Look at that. You probably can't
They
see
probably
it
can't see it. No.
on the camera, but there's hairs on the top of his head where there aren't usually any hair, so he needs a bloody haircut.
He
She's
does.
going to give me one tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow.
Kiwi Rob, yeah, I do think it's a money thing because apparently Sky's bid is lower than their last bid. I assume because Sky figured with Spark Sport gone, they could try to kind of lowball them a little bit. So I assume New Zealand Rugby want more money. New Zealand Rugby always want more money. Right? They get the All Blacks playing in all these bloody places around the world. Not out of the goodness of their hearts. I think it's mainly the money spinner. So I assume they just want a bit more quiche out of Sky. I don't think it's like a... I don't think it is a like reach or something of the
Apparently
broadcaster.
last year was 100 million. This year it's only 85 million. That's all they want more.
Ryan says, I do miss South African teams being in Super Rugby High from South Africa. Yeah, I miss the good old days as well. But I mean, I enjoy the URC for what it is. And I like watching the Drua. Moana Pacifica haven't really stepped into that slot as being a good team to watch just yet. But they're getting there maybe. So, yeah. But likewise, I miss the good old days.
I think everybody misses the South Africans.
Yeah.
It's not
The thing I don't miss about that is the bloody kickoff times. Like,
yeah,
watching the
that's
Blues at like 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Right, Highlanders are kicking a penalty, so it is 10 points to 0. Tony from Distracted Sports is here, and he says, come on, North Harbour.
Okay.
Okay.
It is being played at North Harbour
It
Stadium.
is, yes. Yeah.
I was telling the parents about our run, Tony, and how it was a long distance. And that you're quite the runner.
You're quite fit, Tony, from what I hear.
Is the zone cheaper than Sky? I don't actually know. I got my Sky subscription on like one of those Black Friday sales. I think it was like $400 or $390 or something. I can't remember. But it was pretty pricey, but I watch a lot of rugby on here, so I guess it's worth it. But yeah, it's certainly a big chunk of change. What are your plans for the Lions tour, Kiwi Rob? I did put my name in the ballot for tickets. I have not had any tickets come my way for the tests. I've been having a look at some flights and tickets to like the non-test matches, but I'm not sure how things are going to pan out. It might depend on my in-laws because they might be coming to stay.
They're going to be pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're definitely expensive. But my in-laws might be coming around the same time, so we'll see. I'll be watching it. If nothing else.
You're going over, Tony.
Don't know if Tony's going. Junaid says he hasn't had a chance to watch any games this season. Who are the teams to watch? So far it's the Chiefs, mate. Even if their coach is leaving at the end of the season to go to Munster, the Chiefs have been playing gangbusters.
Yep.
And the Blues are none from 2. So we have started the season poorly.
Hurricanes
Very
will be not
poorly.
bad.
Hurricanes have got a lot of injuries.
They have a lot of injuries. So have the Crusaders.
Yeah. The Force are actually 2 wins from their first 2 games as well, which is kind of incredible. They beat the Brumbies away last week.
They've got the Reds tonight.
That's right. Look how lovely the weather is on the shore. Beautiful one day, perfect the next. That's from Tony.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Why don't you live out there, Tony? Why did you move to West Auckland if you're a shore boy, eh? Alright, Moana's going for the corner. That's a pretty good kick from
A lot
Garden
of people
Bishop.
down the end of the ground too.
Yeah, the Grass and Backman, I think, were the cheapest tickets
I think
down
it's
the
one of
end.
the biggest crowds I've seen there.
How are the Aussie teams with less teams, more stacked squads, Junaid? The Reds won their first game over Moana pretty well, but they have had 1 bye. Likewise, the Tars have already had a bye, so 2 of the Aussie teams have only played 1 game. The
And
Force
the Reds
are
won
2
a
from
couple
2.
in the UK too, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right, in the pre-season.
Ulster and Bristol they beat.
Yeah. So the Reds look alright.
Yep, they look good.
They look kind of bolstered. The Tars from their 1 game have looked alright. The Force are looking good for 2
Yeah, the
from
Force
2.
look good.
And the Brumbies, if anything, are the ones that are looking a bit underwhelming. They did get their first win for an Aussie team over the Drua in round 1, so it's a bit harsh maybe.
And
but
they got a bonus point last week.
you'd expect them to beat the Force at home, but it was a close game.
How they going against the Chiefs tomorrow will be interesting.
Elaran says, I can't understand how Garden Bishop got into that shape. He's chunkier than most 10s, that's for sure.
He's
Moana are very close.
He's a bit in the... Is it try?
Try time.
Right, good job.
He's a bit in the Stephen Dole mould, isn't he? He's quite a solid big first 5.
He's got a few more kicks than even Stephen
Jackson
Donald,
Garden
I think.
Bishop.
Not as many kicks as that fella.
He's a big boy.
I don't know his name, but he's a prop. Oh, it is Sonny
Leone
Mafaleo.
Mafaleo,
He
yeah.
looks different when he's not in the Blues jersey. That's weird. Okay. Mafaleo just scored, so Moana's back in it. Jeez, he's a big unit.
It's definitely a try, in there. That's
Yep.
good. That's good.
Beat the Drua in Fiji. Yes, they did. It was the first time an Aussie win got. First time an
Yeah.
Aussie side got a win in Fiji.
And it
on
was a
Super
good
Rugby.
game. It was a good game too.
Yeah.
I think the Brumbies will give the Chiefs a hurry up tomorrow. I think the Chiefs will beat the Brumbies, but
Yeah.
it won't be a cricket score.
Oh, he's hit the
yes.
post. Should have got that one.
Good.
Another hot one for us in Perth. 33 degrees tomorrow.
It's a bit warm.
It's been what, like 20, 25 or something here today? That's hot enough, thanks.
Hot enough, definitely.
My podcast partner refuses to drive out there to the shore. That is true. Your podcast partner does not like to drive great distances to podcast. Do you think Ardie's performance will get better or worse with Moana?
Oh, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he's a big competitor. He'll be wanting to drive the team forward. I think he's part of the reason there's so many bums on the seats there. Glenn says a few big rugby retirements at the moment. Kitsoff, Murray, Omani, and Kian Healy as well, eh? Yeah, it's been a big week for that. Although some of those guys are going to do it at the end of the Six Nations, but yeah.
Connor Murray.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a good halfback, that guy. I like him.
Garden Bishop is the new Piti Wepu. Yeah, Piti Wepu got pretty big, didn't he, in terms of his size?
He did.
He wasn't like the standard build of a number 9, so yeah. Oh, good tap back, but it's fallen into the hands of Moana's Taumatene. Oh, he's been hammered. He's lost it forward as well.
Yep.
Geez, that was a big tackle. He's kind of held the skelter stuff at the minute. Hello, Mark and family, says Padza. How are you all doing? How's the teams looking so far in the first 10 minutes? Highlanders started with an absolute hiss and a roar. Scored a real nice try. Nice slick hands through the backs. But Moana's hit back with a big try when they opted to go for the corner. Some big carries from the big units up front. So it's 10-5. Yeah, they missed a pretty kickable conversion. So, no, it's been an entertaining start to the first 10-15 minutes. Garden Bishop needs a garden salad. Boom! Says Tony. Yeah, he probably... I mean, I'm not the strength and conditioning coach, but if your player came in for pre-season in that shape, and he's your 10, you'd probably say...
I think he's a lot fitter than what he looks.
That's true. Some guys can be big and run for days. I mean, look at you, Tony. You are quite the running specimen, and you have lost heaps of weight. So you were doing that even before you'd lost that weight.
What position would Tony play in the team? Hooker?
I think he was a flanker back in the day.
Flanker?
Just like you. Lucy. Star Leo, how's it going, man? He says, g'day Gazza and Mark. How's it going?
Yeah, g'day team.
He just ignored you totally, Mum.
It's okay.
It's like you don't even
Yeah,
exist
it's okay.
over there.
I'm happy.
Totally ignored.
Yep.
I'm sure you're heartbroken.
Absolutely.
Oh, Moana might be going close here again. They go through some phases, close
Yeah.
range. Quick hands, go!
Right,
It's
yep.
Right. Oh, good job. Good job.
time. It's Havili over, kind of towards the corner. The people who've got Tamoifalau on their fantasy team would have liked one more pass, but nope. Havili into the space. Illumi says, yo, hello, how's it going, man? I reckon Ardie is going to be like Ma'anono, says Starleo. Doesn't matter how he's playing in the super season, when he steps up at international level, he'll always be in top form. Yeah, Ardie doesn't usually play bad games. Even when the All Blacks were struggling under Fozzie for a while, he still looked world class.
Yeah,
so.
he was.
Oh, and Starleo says, sorry, Mama 2 cents. A special g'day to you.
Oh, that's
A
nice.
special one.
Thank
Not
you.
just a regular.
She got a nice pretty dress on.
She does. I like that one.
I do too.
Barry.
Oh, what's Havili
I just
doing?
missed that. Barry says, top of the morning to you all. Hope it's going well where you're at, Barry.
He must say he shanked that one.
It is not morning here.
No, it's not evening. Lovely evening it is too.
It is nice.
He shanked that kick.
He did. He certainly did.
Milo. Junaid says, I knew Tony was looking good on the latest podcast. Well done, bro. He has shed a remarkable number of kilograms. He's doing very well. Although he's not drinking alcohol, which is unusual. Let's go North Harbour / North Moana or Harbour Pacifica. There you go. Well, it's 10 points apiece, so they're back from 10-0 down. They're doing all right. Highlanders haven't had any ball. How come you don't do memberships? I've got Patreon. I probably should open up memberships, shouldn't I? I should. I'm a very bad YouTuber in terms of asking people to subscribe and like videos. I've been remembering to ask for subscriptions every now and again, but I don't do enough of that stuff.
What's the difference between subscriptions and membership?
Oh, memberships people can pay
Okay.
to like officially kind of follow the channel or something, and then in the live stream stuff you'll see who's a member, like
Oh,
they'll
okay.
give a different color or something to the icon, I think.
Okay.
I should know more about this kind of
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't. I will investigate it, Illumi. I should. You should take more tips from me. I'm an incredibly efficient YouTuber, says Tony. Tony, who puts out podcast videos once a fortnight. Not much else. We're all waiting for your next video, Tony. Maybe ahead of the Box against New Zealand at Eden Park this year. That's a good one. Start writing it now, film it, and then it'll be ready just in time for that game later on in the year. You can make custom emotes like a Gazza emote. That would be fantastic. I need to get a picture of Gazza going thumbs up or Gazza going 13 out of 20 or something like that for the ref rating. That kind of thing. That would be good. A fun YouTube fact. If you ask viewers to like, comment, subscribe all once, they are far less likely to do anything than you ask if you just to do them one of those things in a video. Okay. I guess the like, comment, and subscribe just sounds like a catchphrase. I usually just ask people to subscribe at the end of a video because I figure if you've watched all the way to the end, then you might be willing to chuck a subscription. Any chance of getting over to Oz for a Lions match this year, Jules? I have been looking, as Moana Pacifica maul it from 5 meters out, I've been looking at flights, the destinations, and school holidays, because I don't see my wife being like, yeah, just go to Australia by yourself. I'll look after the kids while you do that. I don't see that happening, so I'm trying to see what games are available. Oh, cross kick to Tamoifolau, but he's just knocked it into touch. So yeah, looking at school holiday dates, flight ticket prices, and accommodation stuff for like the non-test games, because I've put myself in the ballot for the test matches, but I haven't heard nothing. Do it. I can give memberships when we reach our like goal for the stream. Okay. All right. I will definitely investigate memberships. Landers having a bit of a shocker at the moment. They started so well, Alarai.
Yeah, well, they're under a bit of pressure.
Yeah. Blood Dragons, they got tickets for both matches in Queensland. The Wallabies match is sold out, but plenty of tickets for the Reds game. Yeah, I looked at the Reds game and there was heaps of tickets left, although...
Is Tony going over for the Lions?
I don't think so. Don't think so. Not that he's told me.
Ooh. That hurt.
I can't remember which match it is that lines up well with the school holidays. I think it's like Adelaide. I don't know what to do in Adelaide. Like, I looked it up briefly, like what to do in Adelaide, and it was like winery.
Yeah.
Winery. And I was like, yeah, that's what a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old really want to do. Let's go to a bunch of wineries.
It's great wine country, Adelaide.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Blues game tomorrow, Kahu? I have accepted the fact that we are...
Under pressure.
Yeah, under pressure, underdogs, and if we don't win it, I won't be surprised. I've already given up the kind of favourites tag from last year thing.
I think everybody's, like I said, they've worked them out.
How do you feel about... Oh, where is it, that one? Lions versus the Force is a hot ticket. I forget when that one falls. I don't think it's in the school holiday times, from memory. There's only a couple of games in the school holiday time. One of them's a test match as well.
Smashed, eh?
So that's not going to count. He's still got a smile on his face, Tamatini, after getting smashed. D-Mac and Bodie have been playing 15. Yeah, although D-Mac has shifted to 10. So, yeah, not exclusively fullback, but yeah. It's been the thing.
I was a bit disappointed with everybody blaming Bowden Barrett for our loss last week, because if you watch the game, it wasn't entirely his fault, it was the whole team's fault. And when people start blaming an individual, I get a little bit cross, because...
it's a team game, isn't it?
You know, it's a team game, and when you start blaming one player, it's a bit unfair, so...
A couple of his kicks were pretty dumb, though.
He made a couple of mistakes, but then so did quite a few of the other All Blacks as well in the team. And to be honest and fair, I didn't think he played that badly, actually.
Yeah.
He was just... They were just outdone on the occasion.
Pretty close season anyway last year, but with the Forces win last week and Fiji looking good outside of Fiji, no Rebels. Do you think the gap between the top and bottom will be smaller, Thalia? I hope so. It's encouraging so far. It's encouraging so far that like even teams like Moana getting beaten by 20 odd last week still scored 30 odd points. They've just knocked it on. Adelaide is a boring old town. Jules says not much to do in Adelaide. Well, there you go. I think Adelaide's pretty much out of the question. When was the last time the Blues lost 3 in a row? We used to lose 3 in a row all the time, but I don't know. It's probably been a while.
Before.
Bill, I'm at 22.52. Landers just threw into the line out, and they are mauling it on the 10-metre line. Connor, how's it going, man? You heard about McMillan. He's indeed moving on from New Zealand rugby to head up Munster up to the end of the super season.
He's going to do well there.
I think he will. He hadn't a clue who he was. I don't blame you, because if you don't watch Super Rugby, you probably wouldn't know. But he's a very good coach. You'll know about him soon enough. Fingers crossed he has a good time there. Like, you got to get the buy-in from the players. It doesn't always work out when you switch teams, but
might take him a while to settle in.
Yeah. Rico was disappointing. Yeah. A few of the Blues guys were disappointing.
The Blues back line last week was just they malfunctioned. So did the forwards. They just didn't get into it
Yeah.
after they hit
They admitted that though.
after they were 21. I mean,
Do we know who the new
Scored a
coach is for the Wallabies? Not yet. Not yet.
Tupology said that.
no, Tupolatu was honest. He
Believe
said
it
they
or
were a
not,
bit complacent.
Michael Checker apparently had a secret meeting with Phil Waugh over in Sydney a couple of weeks ago. So Michael Checker's been linked with it, but no confirmation just yet.
Could be Les Kiss,
Could be Les
could be
Kiss,
Cam
could
McCullough,
be Stephen Larkham.
could
Yeah.
be any one of them.
Oh man, good maul defense from Moana. Looking alright. It's a bit of a deadlock at 10 points apiece. Jamie Joseph has said he's a Highlander, mate, when he was asked about it. So
Yep.
apparently not.
I am a Highlander.
Yeah. Who do you think will get the Chiefs job? Yeah, they haven't linked anyone with that just
No,
yet.
it's a bit early yet.
They said
bit
they're
early.
going to make an announcement at the end of the season. So
There'll be
Yeah.
a few, but it won't be. It won't be made in the next couple of months.
yeah.
They're going to have a good research around who's available, who wants it.
Rennie was awesome for Glasgow. Yeah, Dave Rennie had a good time.
Could be somebody like maybe Roger Randall. He's been with the Chiefs for a long time. Ross Filippo, he's been with the Chiefs of Waikato for a long time. They'll be in the mix.
Hmm.
But let's just wait and see who they, come out with.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting to see McMillan link back up with Alex Nankivell at Munster. Those guys know each other pretty well. Apparently Ronan O'Gara is interested in the Wallabies job. Yeah, that's true.
He is.
Ronan O'Gara wants to get into international coaching, but not with Wales, apparently. But Checker has also been linked with the Wales job as well.
Yeah.
Foster for the Chiefs, says Junaid.
No, I don't think so.
No. Maybe Gatland with Foster as assistant, eh?
No. Gatlin and Foster, no. If anybody thinks that Gatlin and Foster are going to coach the Chiefs, they're dreaming.
Yeah.
They're in the rugby dreamland, I'm afraid. It ain't going to happen.
Jules would be keen for O'Gara, but not for Checker. Yeah, Checker's been there and done that. I don't know why they would go back to Checker. Apart from the fact that he's available. You don't have to...
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
So is Ronan O'Gara, he's a good coach.
Gatland and Foster, the dream team. Exactly right, mate. Dream team. Maybe Joe Schmidt could take the job. Gazza, he wants to come back to New Zealand.
I don't think Joe Schmidt will be taking it. You never know, though. No, I mean, somebody like Roger Randall, I mean, he's been there for a long time. I mean, he must be in consideration.
Hmm.
Whether he wants it or not, I don't know.
Ronan O'Gara would be great for Australia, says Tony. I think so. He's one of the top coaches out there.
He's pretty fiery.
He is fiery.
I like Ronan O'Gara.
He's a good coach. Did his stint down here with the Crusaders. With Razor a few years ago. Here we go.
No.
Interesting that Taumufala is wearing 11, but they're playing him on the right wing. And then Alamalo is wearing 14, but they're playing him on the left. Wonder why they're doing that.
Daniel Leonard Brown suspended.
O'Gara is with La Rochelle Starleo. You're right. He's been there for a few years now. Too many penalties? Yeah, he is calling the captain over.
Yeah.
Has Ben got something in his hair, or is that the style of his hair?
Also, something white there, doesn't he?
There's a big line. Is that like a... Looks like he's got some grass in his hair, or is that just
Grey streak.
or has he shaved a little, like, lightning bolt into his hair or something?
Don't know.
Simon, good evening, man. How's it going? There's some doubt with some of the Wallabies fans with O'Gara, but I feel it's more due to not knowing what he's achieved in France. Yes, I think you're right. Holy moly, look at this. There's spam. I haven't had spam in the chat for ages. I will deal with it. Boom. Look at that. Moderator 2 cents deals with the problem. We haven't had spam for like a year. The old bots used to come in every stream, but not this time. Yeah, I do think a lot of fans don't know what's going on in European rugby in our part of the world, Daramundi. So, yeah. I mean, O'Gara's done pretty good things with La Rochelle, winning Champions Cup and whatnot, so...
Even though he's been sanctioned a couple of times.
Yeah.
Wears his heart on his sleeve.
That is true.
So does Michael Checker to a degree too.
Oh, look out.
Oh, Tangitau.
Ain't going to catch him.
He's pretty fast.
I'm pretty sure I put him in my fantasy team
They
as
ain't
well.
going to catch Caleb Tangatal. There you go. That's a 14-pointer.
Good job, Caleb.
Gee, Vira will be happy.
He will be very happy.
My mum knows his dad.
Yes.
They used to
Just
work
to
together.
with him.
Very lovely guy too. You know Bio.
Yeah, I know Vira. Ain't
Intercept.
going to catch Caleb.
One-handed intercept as well. It's those ones that if you knock it on, you get in a yellow card.
Yeah.
But he catches it and he goes length of the field.
Good job.
Ain't going to catch him.
That's all right, Junaid. I managed to get it dealt with, but good to know you got my back just in case.
Gee, there's no way anyone was... He's fast, eh?
He's very fast.
Did I put Kangitao on my fantasy? Yes, I did.
Oh, good job.
Gee,
What a
look
good
at
pick
that.
that was.
Vira will be on his feet. He'll love that.
What a call, hey Starleo? What a call. He's been having a good season, so it was kind of an easy pick. But that's a bit of magic, that one. Proper bit of magic.
Was with the Blues last year.
Didn't get enough game time, eh? Caleb Clark and
Come
Talia
out 3 games, I think.
Yeah.
taking all the time. Those eggplants almost made me block Tony too. Tony knows a good eggplant. I really suck at fantasy, says Jules. Not sure I'll keep going. Keep it going, Jules. Pick Carlo Tizzano, although I didn't pick him this week, but he's been scoring a massive number of points with his tackles and his tries. Ooh, a bit of a bobble from Havili, but he got it. I'm very surprised with the crowd at North Harbour Stadium. I thought it would be a lot smaller, says Simon. Yeah, it's a good one for the start of the
It's
year.
a nice day.
Nice day. Ardie Savia playing, and very cheap tickets, I think, are the three things.
Yep, the other 3 things.
Saw McDonald at Perth Airport. Dude's taking his entire
Yeah.
family over there.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's good. He must be planning to stay for the long term.
I think he's only there for 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got a short-term contract.
Okay.
I wonder if he's going to be in line for the Australian job. I wouldn't be surprised.
I suppose it's possible.
Well, they offered him a...
That's a knock-on, surely.
Surely.
Nah.
They must.
He's in my fantasy team as well, but that's not a
They've
try.
got to go back and look at that, surely.
They offered him an assistant job to Simon Cron, the Western Force coach. He said no.
Right,
And then they offered him the director of rugby job, and he said yes.
right.
I wonder if he's going to review it.
I think he knocks it on here, right? It depends whose hand that goes off. Does it go off
I thought it went off the winger.
the Highlanders' hand, or does it go off the Moana guy's hand? If it looks like the Highlanders guy's
It did
hand.
look like it.
Oh,
no,
it's
the
Jackson
other
Garden
guy.
Bishop's
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely a try there.
Well, there you go. Keep playing.
That's another good try for the Highlanders.
Yeah.
That's another one of my fantasy players coming in. Dime Till Death, who I used to call Demetal because I can't read, says $5. Here's to Gazza's health and many more family streams to come.
Nice.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you, mate.
Nice.
We're doing all right at the moment.
Gazza's health is doing remarkably well. So far, he's something of a medical miracle.
Yep.
Good doctors and nurses.
Yes.
Auckland Hospital, Day Stay Clinic. Got to give them a shout.
They do a good job. And you're a model patient. You don't give them any grief. You don't
No, I don't give
complain.
them any grief.
Not at all.
You show up to your appointments on time.
Yep.
I appreciate everything they do for me.
There
That's
you
what
go.
he's told.
Do you think the Aussies have a chance versus the Lions, Lawrence? I mean, they're going to be facing a pretty stacked Lions team, but the thing about the Lions is always the cohesion. If Andy Farrell picks largely the Ireland team with a few stand out from the other teams, he'll be reducing the risk with the kind of cohesion factor, in which case it'll be pretty hard for the Aussies to win. But man, Joe Schmidt's in charge, so stranger things have happened. But you got to think the Lions will be looking pretty bloody good. Jules is with Gazza, Reed McDonald, and the Wallabies. Gazza does talk some sense sometimes. Like, what did you say about McDonald and the Wallabies?
Well, he could be
In line.
He could
Could
be
be
on
in
the
line.
short list.
Yeah. Junaid says over 90,000 subs. Congratulations, 100,000 before the World Cup. Be nice to get to 100,000. Be the extra 0. So if you haven't subscribed,
Subscribe.
subscribe. Even Gazza says it. You know, it must be good for you. And yeah, Glenn, this game went from being locked at 10 points apiece to 1 intercept and 1 bobbled ball. Now we're suddenly 24-10. How is Gazza so tapped in about the rugby coaching situation? Is he on Reddit? No, I don't think he reads Reddit.
Definitely not.
What's that?
Where do you get all your
Read
rugby
Reddit.
information?
Oh no,
Where do you get your rugby information?
off my phone.
There you go.
Your phone, okay.
He's got his sources. He's not divulging anything.
Rugby pass, good. Rugby pass.
Predictions for the Reds versus the Force. I think I tipped the Reds in that
Yeah,
one,
The Reds.
but it's a nice one that it could go either way.
The Force could win over there though. You never know. They played well.
Comparing the Lions squad to previous Lions squads, where would you rank them? I think they're ranked pretty well, although I'm not sure if they have a devastating tight head prop at the minute, because Furlong just hasn't been fit for ages.
He's had hamstring problems.
Yeah, they've got some solid ones, but I wouldn't say they've got a devastating tight head prop at the moment. And the question remains about who do they pick at 10? Do they just go...
They'll take 3 10s.
Do they go with Finn Russell? Is he going to be doing the goal
He's
kicking?
going to be one of them.
Do they go with Marcus Smith? He's only playing fullback at the minute for England. Do they take the youngster Prendergast? Do they go left field and pick Owen Farrell? You know what I mean? So that's a question mark.
They've taken 42 players, at least 45, I think. So they're going to be taking 3 10s.
Ooh, more loose ball. Gazza gets from Murray Mexted. Murray Mexted.
Good All Black number 8.
Oh man,
Murray
loose
Mexted.
ball. I don't know why Lamar did that.
Yeah.
If the Highlanders pinch that, then the Moana's in trouble here.
Yep.
Moana's just
Oh,
had
he's
the
a
ball
try.
turned over right on their own goal line, and the Highlanders have punished them. That's suicidal rugby, that.
It was daft, wasn't it?
Ooh, starting to blow out now, Dawn.
It is.
Mitch Dunshea with the try.
Subscribe to his channel, folks.
There you go. Razor has got Gazza on speed dial. He probably does. Was that Tavatavanawa with the turnover? Goodness me, he's good. And they'll kick this and it's going to be 31-10.
Oh, she's starting to blow out a bit now.
It is.
It's a bit of a shame,
Don't
really.
think they'll take Marcus at all. Love the little bastard though. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. There's a few tough positions. Am I buying all the Marvel shirts? I don't think so somehow. I feel like the Marvel thing is a few years too late. Like the South African squads did Marvel shirts back when Marvel was at its peak. But we're a few years past that now. Seems like an odd time to be doing Marvel shirts, but hey. If it gets people to the games or buying some shirts, I suppose it's a good thing. How do you think the Blues get things back on track? Well,
We'll see.
some slightly more accurate kicking from hand would be appreciated. That'd be a start. Marvel is definitely a bit washed at the moment. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's just a weird one in the current movie market that it's not. Like Marvel used to be like force of nature, but it's I don't know. Is it pretty well spent? I haven't seen a Marvel movie for a while. I guess just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean other people haven't seen it. That's a turnover. Oh no. Got to get out of there.
Gee, this could be a bit of a hiding before I finish.
Old Moana, unfortunately, says Alaran. It's starting to look like it. Ardie is trying to get in there, but nope, even he's denied. Have you found yourself calling the first fives fly halves? Dime, I find myself calling them just number 10s in the videos because everybody can call them a 10. You know, fly half, what does they say? Out half, first five, whatever you call it. Everyone, if you call it a number 10, they know what you're talking about.
Fly out, first five, number 10. It's all the same
Yeah,
position.
I just call it number 10 because it's pretty universal.
Same position.
Disney
I think they'll take Marcus Smith.
ran Marvel.
I think they'll take Finn Smith, and I
into the
think they'll
ground.
take Finn Russell.
Yeah, and
I
the
think
Star
that-
Wars stuff, eh?
I
Pezza's
think
joined
they'll take
fantasy a
Sam
bit late.
Prendergast.
Yeah. Yes, Prendergast is looking alright. Good thing you joined fantasy, man. There's still a bit of fun to be had there. But what were you doing? Yeah, Moana conceded a couple of not their best tries to be conceding. So yeah, the Landers punished them big time. Moana still has some good pieces, but ultimately they're still playing pretty bad overall. Yeah. The highlights of the post-Avengers Endgame have sort of been isolated things that have been enjoyed for other reasons, whereas previously you would want to see each movie leading up to the Avengers.
Nah, I'm fine.
I watched the first handful of Marvel movies, I think up until about Iron Man 2, and then I was like, I'm getting sick of this. I can't watch so many superhero movies. I felt like obliged to see this one, because if you want to see that one, you have to see this one, and if you want to see this one, you got to see that one. Like, I didn't like the pressure of having to go see all those movies, so I skipped. I don't know how many years it was, 5 or more years of Marvel movies, and then 1 month my wife and I just got Disney Plus and binged a lot of them, so we caught right up on everything. But yeah, by that stage, after binging them all, I was like, I don't need to see any more superhero movies for a good decade, because I was getting pretty sick of them by the time we finished watching them all in a row. Jake, man, how Moana Pacifica losing this game? Well, they gave away an intercept try when they were hot on attack. That was the turning point, like Gazza says.
That intercept try was the one that really hurt.
Yeah, they had the Highlanders under the pump. They had yellow card warning. They'd scored 10 points in a row. And then after the intercept, they gave away a bit of a loose bobbled ball try. And then just a soft kind of turnover. So, yeah.
On the goal line, Mitchell Dunshire scored. It was,
they've gone to shit a bit, sadly. Can we talk about how stupid it is the Hurricanes don't have a Wolverine kit, which is yellow? I said they have Captain America, which is just mostly another blue jersey. That is bizarre. Wolverine would seem like the natural choice. Watching them back to back to back is not wise. It was back to back. It was basically, I think, because my missus had seen none of them. So I think it was literally from the first one until the Avengers. Even after the Avengers, the first few movies after the Avengers. I think it was until Elementals or whatever the hell it was called. Yeah, Eternals, not Elementals, Eternals. Yeah, that's how many movies we watched in a row. It was way too many. Could you do a vid on the journey with learning Mandarin on your other channel, Bill? Yeah, I do plan to do a few more kind of just talk to the camera videos on that channel. Because I do think there's a few interesting topics, including learning Mandarin, which could be a pretty interesting one. So, yeah, I'll definitely do something about that. Jake is good. Watching it, it feels like Moana have had all the territory, just huge costly errors. Exactly right, man. Exactly right. I'll check out the stats in a second. Which warehouse is that?
Could be any of them.
It's not the Royal Oak one, there's too many groceries here. We don't have groceries at the Royal Oak one.
I'm thinking Tava now why making Captain Fantasy was a mistake. The Moana Pacifica nullifying him, Leroy. I think he got a turnover. I think he gets some points for that, but it'd be nice to see him get a try, eh? Fakatava's on the bench, isn't he, Gazza?
I'm pretty sure he is, yeah.
Yeah, because Hasty's the guy. Actually, I thought Fakatava was named. But anyway,
I think he's on the bench.
Hasty's the guy in the number 9 jersey for the Landers, so there's been nothing of Fakatava just yet. He scored the first try with a really nice support line. How do you think the All Blacks are going to go this year, Gazza?
I'll do alright.
That was insightful.
In what way?
They'll be slightly better than last year.
They need to be.
Is Damien going to be the number 10?
Who?
Damien.
Oh, I think it'll be shared again between Damien and Bowden. I think it'll be shared again. Yeah, well, my Wanga's not coming back till next year, so.
Do you think they should bend over backwards for Moana, or does he just need to be here if he wants to play?
Yeah, the eligibility rule, yeah, well. There's a lot of controversy about it, but there'll be a change. I think there should be a slight change with the eligibility rule. Nothing like South Africa.
My neighbour's here.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Yo, you回来了？什么时候回来的？是吧？
Rita? Maybe Rita? Not sure.
Lucia.
Get me to go. I'll get it.
Oh, she's coming. Tell her to come out this way.
Judy. Yeah. Oh,
Come out this way, come out this way.
she's going to get
Oh, come on, there we go.
is it?
That's our Chinese neighbour, just back from China. I got a chance on my rugby channel to bust out my Chinese in real life.
You did?
Was that impressive, or
It's very impressive.
you guys just don't
Well,
care?
we're used to it. So.
I just think that,
It's very good though.
yeah, well, I think Moana, I mean, Robertson would try and get him back, there's no secret about that.
Well,
but,
that's why other players in that position
Plummer,
are now.
Plummer, that's why Plummer's going to France.
That's right. That's ridiculous.
And you don't like that idea.
I don't like it. No.
Yeah, you hold that against Razor, don't you?
I do. I do. He shouldn't be making great big things about Moana. If Moana wanted to be an All Black, he would be here.
There you go.
I think the eligibility rules will be changed, probably, and maybe not next year, but the year after. But it's going to happen.
Don't know. I think New Zealand rugby seem pretty firm on it for now, anyway.
Yeah.
It'll depend on how the All Blacks go, I think.
Yeah.
We got that guy, Josh Jocham, he's good.
Josh Jacob,
We
yeah.
got, Harry Godfrey, he's coming through.
Who does Mr. and Mrs.
Kamara
Gazza
from
think?
Kamara from Canterbury, he's good.
Who's going to win between Ireland and France next week? Is Ireland are at home?
Ireland.
Oh, there you go.
No, I think France might be too strong.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's a split decision.
Ireland
I'm
at
with
home.
Mum. I'm picking Ireland.
Ireland at home.
I think France might be too strong.
Joseph says I'm sure it was impressive. It was reasonable.
Particularly after what they did to Italy.
Glenn says France by 16. When was the last time Ireland lost by 16 at home?
Wow.
I don't think Mackenzie is far off where he needs to be, but Moana offers another world-class 10. Yeah. He must be making some pretty good money over in Japan. Dime is picking France. That's seriously a long time since Ireland. What did we beat the Irish by when we played them at home? What was the score in the Ireland All Blacks game last year?
What was it? I can't remember. Beat them by about 10 points.
Okay. After watching the Waratahs versus Landers game, I thought the Waratahs were being hyped up too much preseason with how the Highlanders have been playing. The Waratahs look retrospectively better. Yeah, they've only played that one game, so it's really hard to get a gauge on the Tars just yet. But
They got the Drua this weekend.
they've got the Drua, so that'll be a fascinating one.
They got a couple of guys out too.
Right. I think we won by like 9 or something. Yeah, I feel like it was more than a score, but I don't think it was as much as like a 16-point win. Blood Dragon reckons Ireland, Scotland, and England to win in the next round of the Six Nations. That's Ireland over France, Scotland over Wales, and England over Italy. I think those are probably my picks as well.
No, we know England are going to be Italy.
Yeah, the Italians.
They're going to beat Azzurri. We know that for sure.
The Italians have never managed to beat England. Italy have got a few scalps, but never the English one.
Well, they won't beat that England team.
That's a pretty creepy ad. Never seen that one before.
I haven't seen that one before either.
Drugs are present in nearly a third of all fatal crashes. Don't let the drugs drive. Dawn.
Look at the
That could be you, upside down in that car.
If somebody else
If
is
you
driving,
go
yes.
smoking all that pot before driving. You save your pot for when you get home.
He's boss.
I probably just demonetized myself with that. Oh well.
Gosh, I've never even smoked
You've got too
cigarettes.
much common sense with that, haven't you, Dawn?
I've never smoked cigarettes, let alone anything
It's
else.
depressing to watch Wales at the moment. Oh, Wales looked alright in their last game. What? You got a jacket on?
Yeah.
Did they bring that back from China for you? Wow.
Look at
That's
that.
cool.
Oh, look, it's got a rabbit on it. It's very
Wow.
cute. Oh, look at you.
You got a big old sweater.
Wow.
Yeah, I got like another one of these that's got a zip on. He got a mission on Monday.
Wow.
What have I got to do on Monday? Tell me.
School thing.
That's fine.
Because she doesn't even know which class they're
Yeah. I told the school that he was going to be away. Did you tell them that? Okay. Yeah.
stationary stuff, so you just need to pretty much
Oh, yeah.
everything for them.
Okay, yeah. I can go with them on Monday.
Keep your nose
That's
warm.
cool. That's fine. I will play translator for my neighbor.
In winter, I'm gonna bring this.
Yeah, I think you should.
Nice.
You alright, Mr. G?
Yep. Didn't get
Hey, where you going?
Let him
Come on,
just sit.
yeah. Alice.
Who's winning?
The
Highlanders.
Highlanders are beating Moana Pacifica 31-10.
What's this? What's this?
There's an ad for Hello Fresh.
What's Hello
So
Fresh?
bye bye Fresh.
What's Hello Fresh?
It's food. They're delivered to your door and you can make the meal yourself. Go take that jacket off. You're gonna melt.
It's too hot. You'll melt, yeah. Take your jacket off, sweetie.
Does your Chinese neighbor watch rugby? Could be a bit of great content teaching him on camera. No, I don't believe he watches rugby. They don't speak any English. I helped them enroll their son into our local school because he's 5. The mum couldn't really do it, so I played translator. They've been in China over the break and they've only just returned to New Zealand, so they brought my children some clothes apparently.
It's too hot.
And I will take them on Monday to
Help them out.
find out which classroom the little lad needs to go to for his new school year. Kubas, oh, how's it going, man? Latest patron.
Jamie
I've
Joseph.
noticed that more of my colleagues' friends follow UFC than rugby. It's not even close. Would you consider adding more UFC content to your channel or the weekly pod with Tony? I don't watch any of the UFC, so Tony is 100% the guy that would have to walk me through that. But one thing the UFC does an incredible job of is the marketing of itself. It's unbelievable. Rugby is light years behind the marketing on the sport compared to the UFC.
I like UFC.
Gazza likes UFC.
What's UFC?
The ultimate fighting
Combat.
thing.
Combat sport.
Conor McGregor
Yes,
and
yes.
Conor McGregor.
Israel
Oh, he's
Adesanya and
a
those
street.
guys. Yeah, he's a street, bro.
Yeah, I know who he is.
I was
so-
just trying to pick a
Sean-
name.
Sean
Pick a
Strickland.
name. Pick a name that I thought.
Robert
Dawn would know.
Whittaker.
And I did know that.
you
Israel. Or Israel.
Yes. Yes.
It's a rugby channel, says Dime, and Alaran says no UFC interest here at all. Yeah. Tony likes to talk about it a little bit on the pod every now and again, but we kind of keep it towards the end as like the other section.
Israel Adesanya.
Yes.
He's
yes.
good.
Yes, I know who he is.
The UFC doesn't need any more exposure. What would be a good channel for the UFC? 2 Fists Rugby. I don't know, that could be misconstrued. 2 a leg sweep. No, what the hell would be rugby, you moron? 2. No, I can't even think of it. Got rugby on the brain, I'm afraid. Probably good for a guy who runs a rugby channel, I suppose.
Yes.
Two Fist Rugby. What the hell? My brain is like. Sometimes I'm such a moron. What the hell am I thinking? It's just so dumb. So dumb. That may be the dumbest thing I've ever said, and I did it on camera to 38 people. So there you go. You know, when I used to work at the High Court,
Yeah.
when I just finished uni,
Yep.
once, because I used to have to do the opening of the door for the judge, you know,
Yes.
silence for His Honour the Queen's Judge, all stand, and I used to have to read out the stuff.
Yeah.
Once, I totally fucked it up.
Oh no.
I absolutely fucked it up.
What did you say?
I just screwed up the order of
Oh,
stuff, because
yeah.
they asked me to do something I'd never done before,
Okay.
and the judge had to kind of bail me out and tell me
Yeah.
what to say, which is not his job.
No.
But
But he did it anyway.
But there was definitely less than 38 people in the room, so I've outdone myself with maybe the
You have.
dumbest thing that I've ever done. in front of a bunch of people.
Oh, well. You're not really into UFC.
Did he scold you for it?
No, the judge was very good about it, and I did make, when we went into the little side room where the judge exits, I can't remember what joke I made, but I remember I made him laugh in a self-deprecating way,
Yeah.
which I think still kind of got me out of it in a way, but I felt like a dick for a long time. Even though I'm probably the only person in that entire room who remembers me making a dick of myself. Because this is 20 plus years ago. I'm sure nobody else who was there
That's
remembers.
the sort of thing you do remember, though.
Yes. I remember it.
Mm. Yeah, that's what I mean. Personally, you remember when you've made a dick of yourself.
Yep.
Oh, everybody's made a dick of themselves some stage or other in their career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people do more than once too.
That's true. Sometimes those are actually quite fun videos to look up about other people making dicks of themselves.
Yes.
Like those fail videos where people just fall over or...
They're hilarious.
I love watching those.
Some of them you think, where is your brain?
Yeah, some of them are pretty self-inflicted and some of them are just purely accidental.
Yes.
And sometimes seeing animals do it can be quite funny as well.
Yeah,
Some of
animals
those
are funny.
are hilarious.
Because animals you tend to think of as more graceful and not like doing human things like just slipping over on ice. But no,
That's
they
right.
can do it too.
Oh, they can. Some of them are hilarious.
Animals are funny.
They are.
Oh, Moana's coughed up the ball again. By the way, the second half has started. Did I even mention that?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Highlanders' hands have just let them down. Otherwise, it was a nice little break down the blind side. Has Gazza got any Repco stories? Gazza used to work at Repco for how many years? Was it 50 years?
50.
Yeah,
50
probably
years.
the best one was, one of the best ones was when our management were going to close down our Papamoa branch, which they did. And I was one of the biggest opponents of it at several meetings. And they all called me a dickhead and everything else. But when it opened up 2 years later on, I did the gold medal glory speech and said, "I told you so. You were so wrong. You idiots." That's probably one of my best stories because even though when we closed our Papamoa branch down, we were going through pretty tough times. I always said it was one branch that would do really well on everybody ignored me except for Dean Osborne. You remember the...
So they closed it down and they reopened it?
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh.
correct. And Dean Osborne was a big supporter of him keeping it open, but the board and general manager closed it down. But when they reopened it, after much debate later on, because the figures were still, the figures were good, it felt like winning a gold medal against the general
There
management
you
of
go.
Repco.
You gave it up to the management.
Yeah,
Nice.
really gave it to them big time.
Nice. And you let them know.
I wasn't very popular, but I was right.
There you go.
I said, "Why are you closing a branch that's doing so well?"
Uh-oh.
Oh, look out.
Ardie Savia's just taking a
Oh,
high
look
ball.
out.
That's
He's
going to be a
gonna
He's gonna
try.
score.
I took him out of my fantasy team.
Oh, no.
That was a mistake.
Nice. Nice.
That's amazing. That's what the crowd came to see.
Nice to see him. Second try, and he scored last week too.
Takes a high ball,
He
beats a
did.
tackle, steps
Yeah.
a man, and just
Just off.
off for the try.
Good on him.
Ardie Savia is quite a specimen. What's funny is I remember when he was first coming through at the Hurricanes, and Julian Savia was the man at that time. And it was kind of like, oh, Julian Savia is also a rugby player. He didn't even have his own name at the time, he was just Julian Savia's brother.
His brother.
And then they played him, and they would always play him like 1 week on, 1 week off kind of thing, because he was really young when he was coming through, and they didn't want to... he's missed another
Willie,
one.
What are you doing?
They didn't want to kind of overexpose him too much too early to top level rugby, but then it didn't take him that long to surpass his brother, did it?
That's right.
What is the matter with Willie? Willie's kicking tonight. He's normally a lot better than that.
Havili has left his boots at home.
He's
You're
missed
not
3 out of
not
3.
wrong.
He's doing a Finn Russell.
Yeah, he's none from 3.
Come on, man, put the goals over.
Padza reckons he could kick better. Even Gazza could kick better than that.
No, he gotta get those goals. Hit the post with the first one. He's normally he kicked a lot better last year. They should have Jackson having a go at it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's at North Harbour Stadium. North Harbour Stadium. Ardie at 7 for the AB. Satiti at 8. What do you reckon, Glenn says?
Man, well, we'll see. Bit early yet.
Wow, I love how the guy behind that guy dancing is kind of looking at him like,
Yeah,
"Gee."
you don't blame him. It was a sight we didn't need to see.
Indeed.
So TT could be back for the All Blacks later on the year.
Yeah, but he's out for this season of Super Rugby.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Too early to tell. There's a long, long way to go. I mean, all these people that say, well, you know, we're doing it in February. Well, are we going to be doing it in May? Well, we'll see.
Who plays 6 then? Yeah, good question. Do we go with a taller guy at 6? Trying to get the footballing skills going, but I think that's in touch. Finn Russell kicking for Moana, says Ryan. Yeah, it seems to be pretty much on the money with that one. He's hit the post and he's missed the other 2.
But he has scored a try.
He did score a try in the first half. That really is not a bad crowd, eh? For Moana Pacifica, like last year, when they were playing at Mount, was it last year or the year before, they were playing at Mount Smart, it was almost like the friends and family were there.
Yeah.
You know, there was just nobody there.
Nobody there.
I think the Ardie factor has got something to do with
Yeah,
it.
for sure. Razor likes Blackadder. Well, Blackadder doesn't stay fit.
He
that's
played
the
pretty
problem.
well, actually.
It looks like somebody's
Somebody's
injured.
Yeah,
They blew that up real quick.
he did. He was out for it, I think. Out to it.
Who was that?
Didn't know.
I wonder if they'll
Somebody out, knocked out.
head v head.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Head v head. 2
That's going to be
upright.
a card.
Yeah.
2 upright. He's gone.
That's going to be a card.
I think he might be off anyway.
Yeah, I think number 12's going for a spin.
No, he had the ball, so it's the tackler.
It's the tackler's
Tackles
fault.
out.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not going to be number 12 getting a card. It's the tackler.
It's his responsibility
It's his
to get his head
responsibility.
down.
I don't think he. Well, I think he might be getting
He's
carried
gonna-
off.
Going to be off. Yeah.
Sorry, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. I think he's going to be carried off.
That's Cam Miller, eh? Cam Miller, head v head, and he came off second best
He
with that one.
certainly did.
Yeah. How's Ty Moifalau going, Justin? He's not had as much ball this game as he's had in some of the other games. He's only had a few carries. There was one try where Havili scored where Tom Moifalau was the next man outside him who would have scored if he'd been needed, but they didn't need him, so he didn't get the ball.
This reminds me of Angus Tarbell getting knocked out and getting a card in a test match.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing.
Yep.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's.
But I think he's going to have a massive headache when he wakes
Yeah, I
up.
think
Oh,
he
jeez,
will,
he's
yeah.
out like a light.
Yeah.
He was out before he hit the ground. His arms were just like that.
Yeah.
Cam Miller. And he's going off on a stretcher, folks. Here's Michael
Michael
Jones.
One of the all-time greats. He was some player, that guy.
Didn't play on Sundays, I hear.
No.
He probably didn't need to, but he was outstanding.
How many games were there on Sundays back then? There's bugger all games on Sundays
was a
now.
few.
There was a few in the day. Yes,
Yeah,
there was.
there's very few nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah, they don't do it.
He was in that great Auckland Ramfully Shield team.
Hmm.
He was in a lot of great All Black teams too. He was good. He was good, all right.
Jones or McCaw? Well, I mean,
Well, you know, let's
You
not
can't really compare
let's
them.
not
hard.
compare McCaw with Jones. Two totally different players.
Yeah, totally different games too.
I did a world rugby team about 4 or 5 years ago with this guy. McCaw was my captain, but I had Jones on the bench. But
There you
he
go.
was a great player. They were all great players back then.
the Iceman, that's right. Good morning from Wales. Hope you're all well, man. How's it going? Better mood in Wales after Wales's kind of improved performance against Ireland, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Little baby starting early.
Yes.
You can subscribe to Mark's channel.
Do it, little baby.
Mm.
Grass embankment with a wee blanket.
Yeah.
Good crowd,
Kids are
eh?
getting ready to go to sleep.
Yeah. It's a decently long stoppage because Cam Miller's going off on a stretcher after trying to tackle a guy with his head, which is not great.
recommended.
No, not recommended.
Remember he tried to do it with Geordie Barrett last year and they carried him off?
Who did? Was it Cam
Cam
Miller
Miller,
again?
yeah.
Oh God, maybe he needs to work on his tackling technique.
He tried to tackle Geordie Barrett, 6'5", knocked himself out.
Yeah, Geordie Barrett's a big dude, isn't he?
Yes.
He's a big dude, alright. How much does he weigh? He must be 110.
Yeah, I would say so. George Smith greater than Richie McCaw.
No, that's another different type of. You know, if you're going to compare George Smith with David Pocock with Michael Hooper, three different players playing different type of rugby. All great players.
Yeah.
There's not many players that, like when you compare players like, you know, who was like Jerome Kiner, well, you know, probably Shannon Fazell in one of his last seasons for the All Black was a bit like Jerome Kiner, but then he went to Japan. He's another one who's coming back.
Have you had your shower, Mr. G?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Okay. They're having to stop the game at the moment because one of the guys got knocked out.
You knocked out.
Yep.
Which team?
One of the Highlanders guys.
By who?
He tried to tackle a guy and their faces went BAM! And it knocked
And
him out.
he is going to probably go to hospital.
Knock both of them out.
No,
Just the
just
one
knocked the
going.
He'll
tackler out.
probably go to hospital.
What about the other person?
He seems alright. Sometimes that's just the way it works when the guys knock heads.
He's going to have a massive headache, I know that.
That's the guy who's going up on the stretcher.
Gee, he was out before he hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure about Jonathan Talmatini's haircut, to be honest. The number 9. Ooh, and the tight head prop replacements. His is different as well. But each to their own.
Definitely different.
Have whatever haircut you want.
You can sit in the middle.
Far be it from me to judge.
You
Although I'm kind of doing that right now, but I've had some stinkers in the past myself.
Oops, alright.
I was young once. I wonder if Cam Miller's going to give the old thumbs up as he goes off, or is he still out? Surely he can't be out now.
No.
Seems like he's on the stretcher now. They're not going to go.
Well,
There we go.
there they go.
Now he's going. So you going to give a thumbs up?
No.
Are they going to... Did they get carded? Are they going to card him?
They should.
They should, yeah. Because it was head on head.
Head on head, yeah.
Card which team?
Yeah, Alaran, I'm also thinking the same thing. As if he'd knocked out the other guy with that tackle, he's 100% getting the card.
Yep.
Is he really not getting carded for that? That was
That's ridiculous.
bizarre. Very bizarre. Game is back on at last. We're at 49 minutes on the clock.
If you were in the Moana Pacific team, you wouldn't be happy with that.
No. It's not supposed to be like, does the guy get knocked out as to whether you,
No,
get carded or not.
that's right.
What are you doing, miss?
I've seen much
Less stuff given
Less
cards,
stuff.
right?
That's right.
Where are you going? Are you not supposed to be going to have a shower?
No.
Hmm?
Dad's supposed to go.
He's already finished.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's supposed to give mom.
You
He's
had a
supposed to
shower.
go with mama. Go see your mama. Shut the door behind you, please. Goodness me. Com said something about accidental no foul play. I missed that. Well, head on head
Wow.
tends to just be. I mean, if he's really dipped, then maybe. But it was seemingly
wasn't dipped.
he was upright. So I don't know. I don't know. My gut tells me if he knocks the other guy out with that tackle, he's in deep shit.
Yeah.
Here you go, the Highlanders. Here goes Tava Nawai trying to get some fantasy points for our man who made him captain. I forget who it was. Ardie Savia at the breakdown. Bro, he's a beast. What a talismanic captain to have. I figure most of them are accidental. Yeah, very rarely are those head-on-head ones intentional. Is that really just Ben O'Keefe's haircut? Okay. Why am I going on about people's hair, Mark? Just leave them alone. Let them be happy with their hairstyles. Whoa, that is a hell of a tackle
It
from
was.
Alamalo. He just got back. Hey, that's the dude that lives over there. I saw him in the crowd.
Oh, really?
That dude who's cat sitting. I've seen him with a Moana Pacifica hat on before.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I don't even know his name.
Tell him.
Nah, I've tried talking to him before. He's just gets on with his, you know me, I'm the face of friendship for like this
Yeah.
guy.
He's not that social.
I get the old chit chat going with all and sundry, but
Yeah.
He says g'day.
I failed pretty miserably with that fella. Yeah, I get a wave, but that's about all I get. Mark, we saw you here when you were 21. Don't judge. Exactly right, Bill. Exactly right. I put that photo on the other channel, and
With your long hair.
oh Jesus, it was
Yes.
terrible. Terrible.
It was the fashion of
Although
the day.
Ben O'Keefe ain't 21, so I don't know what his excuse is. But again,
It was the fashion of the day.
what are your thoughts on Tizano making a push for a Wallaby spot? The biggest problem for Tizano is Fraser
Who's
McCright.
that?
Carlo Tizano.
Maybe.
Yeah, the problem is Fraser McCright's got a better all-round game than him, even if he's had a crack in a couple of open rounds. I still think McCright's a better all-round player, even if Tizano's an absolute tackling monster. Good kick. Landers are pushed way back down their own end. Is that Pellegrini?
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah. What do you think of McMillan to Munster? I think it's a good signing, Mick.
Yeah, good sign.
He's a bloody good coach, as long as he gets the buy-in from the players. And they give him a bit of time. I hope they don't expect, like, immediate... Like, fans are... We all want immediate results, but as long as they give him a little bit of time, I think he'll go all right. Tangitao's kick there is a bit of a stinker.
He didn't have much room to move.
Yeah.
Did
Tizano is a defensive beast, but he needs to expand his game as carries have improved. Leroy. Yeah. Like, his defensive game is better than McWright's in terms of just pure tackle work rate. But McWright's got a much better carrying game, support lines and all the other jazz, all the kind of extras. So it kind of depends what you want, but I think I'd be picking McWright for now anyway. Starlayers has Moana, a team that don't quit. You can never take the foot off the gas against them. It's pleasing to see, man. They're at home. They should keep pushing. This game's had real big momentum swings. It was all the Landers, then all Moana, then all the Landers. And now we seem to be getting a bit of Moana back in the ascendancy. Oh, but there we go. The Landers have just thrown another lot of penalty. It's kind of like the Ardie Xavier and Timothy Tavatavanawa show. Tizano has better defence, better carries, and better work rate. He's definitely got the work rate and the defence. I don't know about the better carries. I've looked at his stats before, admittedly not from the first two games this season, and McWright's got him for days in terms of like how much go forward ball he gets on the carry. You think Tavatavanawa's going to get a sniff of the AB's jersey if he keeps playing like this?
Very vital yet.
Oh, Talia's knocked it on. Oh, Tangitao just kept that in. And then he's put in another stinker of a kick. Oh, man. Moana Pacifica have had so much pressure on the Landers. But do you think they can convert anything from it? No. Geez, he did well to get that back into the field to play without stepping out, but then
he mucked up his kick.
he mucked up his kick, and then that pass was
Sam
a
Slade dropped it.
I think it hit his shoulder.
Yeah. By carries, I mean hard, tight carries, more of a battering ram than McCright. McCright was more like a back link band. Yeah, different. But Tizano's carries from when I ran the stats on him last year,
Tava must be injured.
Yeah.
they didn't really get anywhere.
Ascot's come on.
It's like battering rams need to at least get over the advantage line a bit more than what we've seen from him. Which is kind of like what Josh van der Fleer used to be like. But Josh van der Fleer managed to get that aspect of his game really humming for Ireland. Like Josh van der Fleer was always a defensive maestro, but he didn't have the ball carrying game in his arsenal. But he did get it. He did get it going. McCray and Wilson. McCray has Wilson, and they defend well together. Best combo in the back row. They should never be separated. Some players are like that, eh? When they've got someone else with them, they tend to play better. Someone who they know well. Ilumi says, rather have Tavatavanawa than Havili or McLeod in the midfield. What do you reckon, Gazza? Would Tavatavanawai fit well into the All Blacks midfield?
I'd have him in the extended squad. I wouldn't chuck him in the deep end straight away. You know, Geordie Barrett's going to be back then. And, yeah, we got to blood him in. Blood him in is what we've got to do.
Yeah. And Alaran also points out Quinn Tupaia as well.
It depends on Robertson and how many Crusaders he picks, like he did last year.
He needs to pick
36.
He needs to pick on
36 and we picked 13 Crusaders, which was a little bit off on the nose, so we will see. We will see where Scott Robertson goes. He didn't pick that many Blues, but well, he did pick a few, but he's going to do slightly better this year than last year, but he's not going to go through undefeated.
You'd hope he would do better this year.
Big scrum there for the Landers. That gets them out of their own end. Tizano on the improve, but yes, going to be tough with McCrae. It's a good problem to have two really good number 7s, but that's a problem Australia always seems to bloody have.
He's talking about hybrid players playing in 4 positions too, which I think's a little bit on the nose.
Talking about Razor.
Yeah.
Razor, yep.
Seems a bit stupid to me.
You know, I mean, guys playing 3 positions max, not 4. I don't know where he's got the idea from, or whether he's just circulating a bit of a fun around about it, but I just think that, you know, when he talks about hybrid players playing 4 positions, I think it's a little bit much.
Sometimes you just want guys to play well in their position, not necessarily play 3 different positions.
Exactly.
You'd rather someone, well, a lot of the time you'd rather someone play 1 position exceptionally well than play 3 positions pretty well. Well, yeah, it's interesting you say Cesano's packed on 10 kgs because I think that's what Joe Schmidt asked him to do, I remember seeing Cesano on James Marshall's podcast, and he basically said the feedback he got, I think it was that one, he got the feedback from Joe Schmidt that, like, you need to bulk up. So if he's actually put on the 10 kegs, then that'll definitely put him in good stead going forward, especially at test level.
Yeah, we know a lot of people say a lot of things, but you know, what actually should happen and what actually does happen are 2 different things.
So hoping for Paisami, Darguna would get a shot at 12. I think he could be a Tava. No, well, yeah, he's come in and out of the midfield a few times in recent years,
I'll certainly seriously put him in the squad because he's got to learn how the All Black culture and everything, and he can't do that overnight.
Well, you know, one way the All Blacks will pick him, if it looks like he's going to play for Fiji, the All Blacks will give him a cap. I say that kind of partially in jest, but also partially truthfully. Reece Hodge is the best example of a player who never found a position. God, yeah, he played 15, played 13, played 12, played 10.
Yeah, he played, yeah.
Did they play him on the wings? Did they play him on the wings? He might have filled in on the wings in a pinch.
Yeah, he did, yeah. He played one.
But jeez.
He's overseas now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been overseas for a few years.
He's a good player, Reece Hodge.
Massive boot on him. He could have kicked that game that would have got the Aussies a win over here down in Wellington, but it ended up as a draw. That will be a brutal one. Certainly worse than me mucking up something in the High Court.
He wasn't a bad goal kicker either.
When they kept Lila Masanga back in the day to stop him playing from Samoa. Yeah, there's been a few guys eligible for a couple of countries get All Blacks caps and then not... Oh, geez, some of the handling in this game has been shocking.
Yep. Some of the handling has gone to the crap.
Yeah, who was the Who was the Fijian number 8 that we capped for 2 games for like 5 minutes?
Oh, he went to France. The guy from Taranaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Played for the
guy.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah, he played for Taranaki, number 8. He scored a try on debut, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he never got more than like 15 or something minutes. Gus Sawakula, that's right.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Yeah.
He was hard done by.
Yeah. You can look at that in 2 ways. Like, people look at it as, did the All Blacks do the dirty on him by picking him in case they wanted him and then dropping him, and that kind of screwed him for Fiji? Or some people would say he's a big boy. He picked New Zealand. He could have played for Fiji, knowing that New Zealand was going to be competitive. I guess both things can be true at the same time.
That's right.
But yeah, nobody points a guns to the player's head to tell them which team they have to play for.
He's making money now.
Dead right.
Yeah, but it still felt like a bit of a. It still felt a bit shitty.
I think he felt a bit hard done by too, didn't he? Because he
Yeah.
said something. I can't remember what now. When he left, felt he disappointed or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think
exactly what he said
Foster's exactly in love with him.
Because he only played I think he played 2 games.
2 games, yeah.
For a few minutes off the bench, and then they had Fozzie had that review where he got his assistant sacked, and I guess his assistants.
Oh, Moore and Plumtree, yeah.
His new assistants changed things up, and then Sokula was never part of it again. Aileron says he was lazy and he played badly.
Is he still in France? I think he is.
Yeah, I guess he is. I haven't seen him. I haven't been watching the top 14
He
much.
played for Taranaki, didn't he? Yeah. He's a good player.
Leroy says the Force are my second team after living in Perth for 3 years, but go the Reds. Always good to have a second team. It's another penalty.
This game has been
This
hammering a bit.
this game's gone a bit scrappy. There's been a few handling errors, a few penalties.
The ball handling hasn't been the greatest.
No. There's been scrum penalties both ways. Handling errors, 6 apiece. Do you have to have island heritage to play for Moana built? No, but I do think they have a requirement internally that I forget what percentage of the squad has to be eligible for either Samoa, Tonga, or Fiji. So they can have a few kind of Pacific players, or like Ardie Savia. I mean, he's not eligible for those teams because he plays for the All Blacks, but he can still play for Moana. But yeah, the majority of the squad has to be eligible. Moana needs a few Fijians to make the back row. Yeah. Yeah, I guess with the Drua there, the Fijian players tend to go there instead of this side. Ooh, that looked like it was going to be a try. Moana is right on the goal line. Show and go. Tackled short.
Come on, go.
It's wide. It's floaty. And Alamano gives it to Havili, who gets a second. Did he lose it or did he get it?
Don't know.
Did he lose it?
I guess they'll look at it. They'll show us a replay anyway.
I think 80% from one of. I think it's something like that, Simon. Yeah.
It's got cramped now.
Tom Savage from England plays for Moana. Yeah. And like I said, Ardie Savia is not Tonga, Samoa, or Fiji eligible at the minute. Oh, even if he didn't force it, they might give that as a penalty try because he hit him a bit high with the seatbelt.
Yeah, that's right.
That enough to give it? I think they'll give it. He looks a bit sore. He might have to get Garden Bishop to take the kick, I think. Oh no, Pellegrini, he's on. Bishop's off. Come on, Patrick.
It's not a bad play, Patrick.
You guys haven't got any conversions yet. Get this one. Yes, he's got it.
Yeah.
Good kick.
Good job.
He's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good. 31-22.
Did he come from Europe last year?
Yeah, I think so. I love the cicadas in the background. Reminds me of hot nights. I think those are crickets. But there were cicadas when the stream started during the daylight. Unless it's cicadas. Crickets?
The cicadas.
Could be both.
Do cicadas make noise at night time like that?
Yeah, crickets go like.
Okay.
Sound like
I might be talking rubbish. I don't know.
That's cricket sound.
Probably cicadas then. You're
They're
right,
quite
Joseph.
loud, aren't they?
Yes. They're having a good night.
Yeah.
The conversion kick? The conversion kick was Pellegrini. I think Havili's gone off actually because he was
He
hit
did.
in the process
Yeah.
of scoring that try. So I think they subbed him.
Yep.
Oh, Savia tried to put in a kick and a tackle, but a bit ambitious. Sounds like cricket, says Leroy. Super Rugby players from Germany in the Blues and one from Holland in the Landers. Are there any others, Glenn? Yeah, you're talking about Fabian Holland and Anton Segner. Who else? Are there any other Europeans in Super Rugby?
Anton Sinus
Like-
from Germany. Fabian Holland's from
The Netherlands, yeah.
That's from
From Holland.
Holland.
Netherlands.
Yeah, from the Netherlands. They're the only two I know of.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other kind of mainland Europeans. Nick Dolly. I think Nick Dolly is an Australian though, isn't he? Even though
Didn't
he
he
was
play
with
in
England.
England?
He did play in England, but I'm pretty sure he's an Aussie.
He's got a mullet.
He's got a mullet. That means he's definitely Australian, isn't he? Nick Dolly is an Aussie, yeah. Any reason why Leroy Carter isn't playing this weekend? I don't know.
He's been. Clayton McMillan said he's been rested.
There you go.
Yep.
Gazza knows everything. Gazza's got the... He's got the wiretap on somebody.
Said he's been rested because he's had a big workload. He can play halfback too.
Can he?
Leroy Carter, yeah, he's a real utility. He's a
Oh,
they
they've lost it again. Jeez, Moana's had some chances.
I have.
Landers are going to run it out.
Go.
Get it to Caleb. He's in my fantasy team. No, he kicked. Chase it, Caleb. Make the tackle. Don't miss the tackle.
It's been a funny game.
Jock playing for the Cicadas. Yeah, James O'Connor, despite the fact that he's a experienced Wallaby, he's also got very strong Kiwi roots as well.
Who's that?
James O'Connor.
Oh, yes.
Is he?
I think his
Yeah.
parents are Kiwis, and he
Yeah.
he played league at the Te 2 Roosters just down the
As a
road.
kid, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he was born over there, but they came here for
Yeah.
a while. So
Okay.
He's played in England, played in France, played everywhere, that guy. I like James O'Connor. I've always liked him.
yeah, I think he left at 8. There you go. Controversial take. At the moment, South Africa has New Zealand's number, New Zealand has Ireland's number, and Ireland has South Africa's number. Yeah, will we see a South African win at Eden Park? And then I think Ireland and South Africa are playing in November. So
If anyone's going to win at Eden Park, it's going to be the Box.
they're going to bring their best team for that game. That's going to
Not
be...
like the French.
No, not the French.
French are going to send their B team.
Well, They deserve to be beaten then. Oh, dear.
Knock it on.
Gosh.
Putting this to bed, people sometimes describe night-calling insects as cicadas, but typically cicadas call during the day. And what we're hearing at night are crickets and catycids.
Cicadas.
Cicadas.
Katydids.
Katydids, there you go. I've never seen that word before. What's a katydid?
Game defined.
Okay. Okay. I thought cicadas were a daytime caller,
I don't know.
but as Joseph sums it up, it's still lovely whatever it is.
Yes.
It is somewhat kind of soothing. Padza reckons we ain't losing at Eden Park. God, I hope not.
Yeah, no.
It could happen.
I'm going to guess odds are it's going to happen one of these days. If they keep playing there, eventually you'll lose there.
Of course you do. Got to be realistic.
You were there, Laura, the last time they lost.
I was there.
Have you been to any All Blacks games since? That one at Eden Park?
Eden Park, I think the last game I was at Eden Park was 2020 when we played Australia with you.
Oh, okay. So you're not the reason we lost then.
Peter Umaga Jensen was playing, remember?
Oh, yeah. Jeez, did I take you to an All Blacks game? That was good of me.
Katydid are a type of cricket.
Okay, that was what that was.
Yeah. It was a katydid.
He's going to be an All Black.
Fabian Holland.
Yep.
Would he be our first Dutch All Black?
Probably, yeah. Probably.
How long has he been in New Zealand?
Oh, he's been here a while.
Okay.
His brother's here too.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
He's got a younger brother in the Highlanders development squad.
Gonna reset that scrum. Soundtrack of late summer, I suppose. As Dawn was saying, it's the last day of summer.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
It is. It does.
It's all downhill from
It
here.
is all downhill from here. I'm not looking forward to it.
You'll have to take a trip to Queensland or something
It's been hot though.
during the winter. Head across the ditch and enjoy the warm weather.
Yeah.
Go up north. Go to Whangarei
Go
or
up north, yeah.
Kadikadi or something.
Yeah.
Kiri.
Sorry, Kirikiri.
Yes.
Pai here.
Yeah. Might do that.
Jeez, these scrubs are messy.
Hey, Dada,
Yes.
I forgot to tell you. At school you know how we had like Hunger Ball?
Yes.
We had like a finals,
Okay.
like elimination.
Okay. Did you win?
I came second.
Oh, not bad.
Good job.
Officially the last day of summer, but we'll still be hot here in Queensland until at least Anzac Day. Yeah, it still feels pretty warm.
March will probably be quite nice here.
Yeah, I think March will be alright. Like,
Yeah.
December was actually kind of brisk
Mm.
for summer standards, and then, yeah, March might be alright. To be fair, we could use a bit of rain, actually.
We do need some rain. My water tank's empty. I need some rain for my garden.
Thank God the scrums are done. I thought he was going to blow that one up as well. I kind of had a bit of a mare against the Chiefs. The Chiefs have made a few people look bad, to be fair. Including my Blues. All this slow play is not doing the Moana guys any good. Because they need a score. At 22-31 down. Early prediction for the Anzac 15 against the Lions. I don't even know which kind of guys are going to be eligible for that game.
That game's replaced the Rebels game, hasn't it?
Wasn't that one always on the cards?
You know, the Rebels were meant to be playing the Lions, but that's been
Well, yeah, the
that's
Rebels.
been canned because they're not there anymore.
Cicadas was still on the line.
If you need rain, come to Ireland. We get plenty of it, just not in the summer. We get heaps of it in the winter. It's bloody wet and miserable.
We usually
At least
get
in
more in
Auckland.
the summer than what we've had this summer.
Yeah, this summer's been particularly dry.
It has.
Taranaki's in a drought.
Well, last summer
Northland's in a drought. as well.
we get too much water. This
Yes,
summer we get too less.
that's right.
Can you even it
Can't
out?
win, can you?
O'Keefe reffing the games. It seems to slow things down. Just an observation.
Because we have a flood, then we have like the
I
big
know.
dryers, like
Yeah,
a
the
big-
last 10, 15 minutes of this game has not flowed. But the game overall, I think, has been pretty good. Just that the last kind of stanza has been a bit scrappy.
Well, Highlanders haven't scored in the second half.
Oh, here's
Yeah,
a
Oh,
Oh,
that's the
right,
try
right,
they
right.
needed. Now we got a game for the last 5 minutes. We're
Yeah.
game on.
Yep.
Proper game on. All right. It's about to be 29-31.
Yep. Straight through.
Endgame was always included. Yeah, I thought so as well. Because I was always wondering who's going to be eligible for it. Guys who were outside the Wallabies and outside the All Blacks at the time. That's a hell of a try from Moana Pacifica. They needed that.
We did.
Game on. Are you streaming Tars for the Druid? Nah, I'm probably not going to stream that one. Well, I'm definitely not going to stream that one. These guys have got to go home. And I need to... I'll leave the TV on, put the game on, but I need to potter around and do a few things around the house. Dad life. What a try.
It's hardly touched.
Hopefully this will inspire a few more people to come back to this ground to see a game because they've been well entertained.
How are they able to sit down there?
It's the embankment, they call that.
Who scored it was, what's his name? Tupou. Right, what do the Landers do here? Even a penalty will be enough for Moana.
Conversion would even draw it.
But to get a conversion, you need to get a try. Pellegrini's having a solid debut. He's a good player, eh? We've seen him at international level already, so good to see him at Moana. Wish we could see more Kyron with the penalty to Moana. Is he gonna have a long shot at goal?
Nah.
It looked like Ardie was pointing for it. They're gonna have a shot? No. Nah, he's going for pop.
Yeah.
I saw them pointing, but I guess he was. It's hard to tell from that angle where he was pointing. Pointing for the sideline.
Wow. Good kick.
Good kick. 3 minutes to go. Yeah, I was tempted to put Tamoi Falau in my fantasy team, but I figured he wouldn't get as much ball 3 weeks in a row. So I put Tangi Tau in instead, and he did alright. Man, look at that penalty count. 12 by the Landers. Double Moana.
The Landers have been stuck in second gear in the second half. They haven't scored. All the scoring's been done by Moana.
It is.
Good for Moana. Landers need to be careful
Landers
with
better
their
look out.
discipline here.
Yep.
Don't want to
Man,
give away a penalty.
is it Tavanama with a turnover? But they're under pressure. They're going to get turned over. No. They need to exit. Oh, he fumbled it a little bit. He's only just outside the 22.
Yeah.
About 30 metres out. Jeez. Mid-30s for the foreseeable future in South Australia. Several days over 45.
Oh no, that's too hot.
Bugger that. Goodness me.
It's like an oven.
I used to love being down on the rocks at Point Chef waiting for the rain to come in. Yeah. We'll be getting the rain before we get the 45 degree temperatures
definitely.
here. Yeah, the missed conversions from Moana actually, William, that is a good point. Not straight. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's brutal. Oh, and he's kicked it out of the full. He's giving them back a chance. What are you doing, Tama? No way. Oh my God, both sides are having the biggest errors at the right, not the wrong moment. Oh my goodness.
They're mucking it up.
This is
Big
nuts. Nuts. All right. Neil, will Ireland miss the three big retirements? Yeah, although I think the impact of... Oh, it's a line-out steal. It's another error, or at least a great move for the Landers. Those guys are kind of being... Like, their role has become kind of squad guys. Murray's been on the bench. Omani's been in and out of the starting role, and then Ken Healy's been on the bench for a long time, so... It just means they'll have to find some more depth in Irish rugby. But massive servants to the game. Oh, both these sides are just trying to lose it, aren't they? Can the Landers see this out the final 20 seconds without giving away a penalty?
I think the Landers might be going to hang on, Jamie Joseph.
One more phase and they can kick it out. Oh, they just hang on.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
That's game. Whoo,
Oh,
close.
at least they got a bonus point.
But like, yeah, those missed conversions, eh?
That first one that hit the post.
That first one that hit the post indeed would have been a draw.
Yep.
Crazy finish
They were
to the
lucky.
game. Well, hopefully Moana's converted a few of those attendees into regular fans, though, because that was a good, entertaining game, even if it was a bit scrappy for like 15 or so minutes. Boo, says Tony from Distracted Sports. Are you saying boo or boo earns?
We better go home.
But
girl.
yeah.
We better head.
Gaza needs to go, so we will all bid you guys
See you
farewell.
later, guys.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you so much for coming along.
It was a bit of a meandering game, but the Moana Pacifica came back.
Yes. And yeah, we will see you guys for another stream at some point in the future, I'm sure, as long as Gazza is happy to come round and watch some rugby.
Oh, he's always happy to come around and watch rugby, aren't you?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Jody says, Mark, just wanted to say thank you and your dad, Gazza, your legends. Love your content. Thank you so much for that.
Nice.
Cheers, Jules.
Subscribe
and
to his
Spencer.
channel.
There you go. Famous.
Membership.
Very
Great words from Gazza. All right, you guys all take care of yourselves.
See you later,
and,
team.
we'll see you for the next one.
Bye.